Well, I gotta say, if we can get this kind of weather for the rest of the summer, I'll be a very, very, very happy man. I'm here with the very beautiful firm buttock young Joe Sweeney. We're outside his wonderful, iconic. What would you call it now? Would you say it's a takeaway cafe? It's also, you know, it just seems Joe Sweeney's. I always just call it. I don't know if you refer to it. I suppose it is. Yeah, takeaway and a cafe. Yeah, there we go. We're here because I just sort of feel, especially now with the good weather, the harbour's turned a corner for me. I just feel very, you know, very positive. I think it's a very beautiful place. You've been here. I know you started working over there when you were 14, you know, for a few years for Stanley Carlisle. You went off on the buses for 9 years. You started in the building trade. You tried to make Kilcool a better place to live. You did Burnaby Park, Burnaby Manor, loads of stuff. But you came back here in 1982 and you've been here ever since. So you probably more than most people would sort of have a connection to the harbour. How do you feel about it now at the moment after the 8 years of struggle we've had to get to this new harbour?
Well, first of all, I would like to congratulate CISC, you know, on their excellent job that they've done here. We were so lucky to have CISC doing it. Otherwise, we probably would have ended up with a derelict site. And having said that, everything that they've done here has turned out excellent. I would give CISC 10 out of 10 for everything they've done here.
Right.
We were so lucky to have them. They've done all the work they've done, marina, all the forecourts, everything. It's turned out wonderful, beautiful. And their clubhouses that they've built, their sailing club has got a wonderful ride. The rowing club, an excellent job they've done for the rowing club, which they never had before. Also, the fishermen, the
Anglers Club,
yes,
that's right, yeah.
An excellent job there for them.
Yeah.
So I think everybody should be happy with what CISC have done here on this harbour.
Did you ever kind of doubt, because I know that those 8 years created a lot of tension in the town, and there were times when it looked like it wasn't ever going to be this kind of shape and form. I mean, did you yourself, that must have been difficult for you because you're right in the heart of it with all the barriers that I'm sure there was a few years there. It must have been tough to look out at and to sort of, you know, have that little bit of doubt that maybe this is going to be a mess.
Well, yes. Well, unfortunately, there were so many objections to all this. That's what's held it up. It would have been done completely finished 5 years ago.
Okay.
Again, we were lucky that it was CISC, or we would have ended up with a derelict site because some other builder may well have had it that was in Nam or whatever.
Yeah.
And people don't realise that that old harbour was almost ready to collapse. It was totally undermined.
Yeah.
And they should be delighted to get the wonderful job the CISC have done here. Well, I keep repeating that about CISC, and I will praise them no end for what they have
done. It's functional now, which is important. It can be used for what a harbour is meant to be used for. And you know, I know that the fishing is an issue for some people, and it will continue to be. But certainly, as regard to, you know, getting your boat into the water, this is a much easier, safer place than it was 10, 15 years ago.
Yes, everything is.
Yeah.
There are 5 fishermen, commercial fishermen. I would like to mention a little bit should have been done more for the commercial end of it.
Right.
Not saying that this harbour was always a huge commercial, but there were fishermen there. All my family were fishermen. My father and I, we can go back almost 200 years. Our family has been connected to the harbour with fishing. And they're talking about fishermen's huts. We were the first person to be allotted one of those huts. When the council built those 10, there were 10 units built.
Yeah.
And the Wicklow County Council were number 1, Sweeney's were number 2. So I don't see any reason why that we are not getting one of those 5 that are there.
Sure.
I don't know what or who is its connection with it, but I've told them that our family are entitled to one.
Right. Well, I'll get onto that too. I'll put out the word and try to find out exactly who's responsible and would be good.
May I finish?
Yeah.
Because I can go back. I have a documentation when the Letouche Hotel owned that particular site, and I've gone have a letter that I can show to anybody going back to 1913. Where Sweeney's, Kinsley's Fields, and 4 people had fishermen's places, and were told this shouldn't be there. Why the Letouche? So that's so far back we can go, and I have that written thing. So That's one thing, and I'm a bit annoyed over that. Certain people were compensated. We didn't, for losing their huts or whatever connections. Now, we didn't seek any of that compensation at all.
Right.
We were quite happy to let the citizens carry on and do their work. So I will be very upset if our family has not been allotted one of those 5.
Absolutely, but it surprises me because you are the Elvis of the harbour, and people, your history, as you say, is going back hundreds of years, so that's a long stretch. And I think the one thing you've always got to be respectful of is the history. You know, that you sort of know where something came from, and then you can go forward with it. But certainly, I'll look into that too. I know that you would have had contacts with some people, but I'll email a few people and see what we can find out about it, because I'm sure they'd like you to be honoured and to be happy, because you are a big part of the harbour. And we should finish by saying I'm guessing this is going to be a great summer for the harbour, because it's the first time that it's genuinely accessible to people to come down and hang out for the day. There's going to be, I know the grape guys are coming here on Sundays from the 5th of June. We've got the boat market over there. You've obviously got, you've got the pub, you've got the creperie, you've got some. I think there's a takeaway behind you somewhere over there. I'm not sure. I've heard about, but it's just a great spot to come down, and I would think this summer is going to be pretty spectacular. Well, you're hopeful, I would imagine.
Yes. Well, our family business is very busy at the moment. We had our very lean years there when all this was happening. But I'm not one for complaining. I never complained once about anything that Cisco or any of the companies were doing here. I said, let them in, let the people get on with their work. I don't know about some people upset maybe about all the houses that are being done up there. I don't know what.
Well, they are somewhat hidden away, which I find it's fine by me that I don't. It's not like you're walking by the houses when you go to the harbour.
I think it was part of the deal. I mean, this was part of the deal that you would get the land to build houses on. In lieu of building the marine or whatever. Sure. Actually, where the first couple are built up there. I think they should give me one free.
I think they should. Jeez, you need a penthouse. I mean, you're a celebrity.
Actually, where they are built, that was the last house left on the beach where I was born.
You were born right there, yes.
Maybe
I think
maybe Sis should.
I think we should work on that. Yeah, I think we should work on that.